Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Break It Down. Let's continue exploring the festivities. Disgusting. Oh, I'm just going for a stroll.
I'm gone.
Oh yeah, it was recommended that I...
How
There it
did
is.
you figure it out? Where did I go wrong?
So I knew this from the last time I played this. Didn't need to use Dispel Magic. Someone recommended that I do so. So here we go. A hiss. Oh wait, I don't gotta read that. He just read it.
I hate having fur in my mouth.
That was gross. He coughs and spits out a repulsive furball.
How about I just tell you everything I know about our plans, and then you let me go and never see me again?
Who are you?
I am a simple novice of the lowest rank. I have not even reached the first step, and it seems now I will never have the chance. Our Lord Raz...
He freezes, eyes widening in horror.
No, how could they know?
His desperate scream is cut short as a portal closes around him. Now what are they saying over here? A drink's for everyone. It's on the house. Drink all you want, as much as you can handle. My granny used to say that before the world wound, Knobber's was just a humble village. There were only 100 souls living here back then. They believed in all kinds of things, worshipped weird creatures, and did strange magic. So our quest fell in just a few short months. The demons trampled and destroyed everything this wondrous and beautiful land used to be. It was then that Mendev stood up for all of Galarian and challenged the demons.
There's something here.
What a beautiful celebration. So many people.
Rushlai smiles happily as she looks around. Yes, it's a wonderful festival.
Just think, all these people are here to celebrate your achievements.
Yeah, I am kind of a big deal.
It is amazing how all these people have come together to celebrate you, the Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. The citizens of Conversing have decorated the city and organized the festivities. They've even dressed up like us. You know, I'd really like to join them. I want to walk among the crowds as if I were an ordinary person and not the commander's demon companion.
Why are you over here by yourself?
I might not be a demon anymore, but the townsfolk won't be able to tell the difference. They might be frightened of my appearance. No, it's better if I keep to myself.
Why don't you go talk to some of the townsfolk?
That would be wonderful. But I'm worried someone will recognize me. They might think I'm a demon who has come to attack the city. Or worse, they might see my succubus form and desire all the temptations I once offered to mortals. That would be terrible. I feel sick just thinking about it.
There are so many people here dressed as you. I want to know you're actually a Rushlai. I don't think you're just wearing a costume.
You're probably right. But to be honest, I'm still afraid that someone will recognize me. If the townsfolk realize that a real demon has infiltrated their festival, something terrible could happen. Do you think I should risk talking to them?
Rushlai looks around. You could spend time with our companions.
I've already had time to observe some of them. I think they're doing well enough without my company. As soon as she got to Conversing, Amber found friends, old and new. It's so easy for her to make new acquaintances. The Count is back in the spotlight today. He's always surrounded by crowds singing his praises, and he accepts their adoration so easily. I don't think I could do that.
Yes, I think you should.
If you're sure, I guess I can try. But I'll need your help. Look at how much fun the townsfolk are having. They're all dressed up in marvelous costumes, talking and laughing together. They seem so happy. Their smiles get wider, and their laughter grows louder with each person they meet. I want to talk to them, but I don't know how. What if I say something silly and everyone leaves? Will you stay and help me? I'd feel so much better with you by my side.
How can I help?
Could you help me find a conversation to join? And then just be there for me? It's really hard for me to talk to others. I never know what to say.
Yeah, her character... I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of how she's been written. Oh, sure. I'll spend some time in the crowds and call you over if I overhear any interesting conversations.
Thank you. I'll keep watch from here.
And she's a succubus. How does she not know what to say?
We do it my way.
The group over here we can talk to.
I found another one!
3 people in Arushalai costumes move toward you through the crowd. One of them, a young woman, waves at Arushalai.
And she's not alone. Greetings, Commander.
Another young woman dressed as Arushalai gives you a curtsy. A tall tiefling smiles and nods.
Hi. Why are they dressed like that?
Arushalai leans in close and whispers in your ear. Why did you choose those costumes? Arushalai buries her face in her hands.
Isn't it obvious? Out of all the Commander's companions, we like Arushalai the most.
Yes! They say she is very pretty.
But she is a demon. A succubus. You are such lovely people, you shouldn't dress up like demons. They are monsters who will tear you to pieces and corrupt your souls.
Why are you saying such things? You're dressed up as Arushalai too.
The other Arushalais look at one another in confusion.
Well, yes, but I... Sorry.
Arushalai stops and sighs deeply. Well still, why choose Arushalai? The commander has other companions.
You're joking, right? Arushalai isn't like other demons. She stood against them. Arushalai is the best.
Arushalai smiles and blushes.
I agree. There are so many stories and rumors about her. I've even heard that she's no longer a demon. I don't know if the rumor's true, but I hope it is. As a tiefling, I find her story so inspiring.
I saw Arushalai in Dresden once. I only caught a glimpse of her, but she is by far the prettiest companion. That's why I wanted to dress up as her.
I see. I think I understand now.
And why did you choose an Arushalai costume?
Me?
Arushalai turns to you for support. Maybe you should tell them the truth. Honesty is the best policy.
Tell them? All right, I will.
Arushalai looks terrified for a moment, then regains her composure.
This isn't a costume. I am a Arushalai, but I don't want anyone to know. Can I trust you to keep my secret?
Really?
The young woman whispers in amazement.
I knew it. I knew you looked exactly like her. Hey, look who's...
Don't worry, we won't tell anyone.
The tiefling in the Arushalai costume puts a hand over his friend's mouth and nods. You only allow people into your group if they are dressed like Arushalai.
Oh no, not at all. We've just been getting along famously.
That's right. We met at the gates and decided to stick together at the festival.
We would love for others to join our little group, but for now, it's just us. Although, it is fun to walk around as a group of Arushalais. We look pretty amazing, right?
We'll be going now. Enjoy the festival.
You can always come back if you get bored.
That's one conversation down. There's another Arushalai over here, wasn't it? So if Lan's in your party, and not turned to stone in Act 4. He appears over here, but he was like floating above the ground. I couldn't reach him. Soaring Fist. These gloves grant its wearer a +2 enhancement bonus to Constitution ability score, and a +4 competence bonus on all mobility skill checks. Chanting music is coming from the Temple of Desna. Some gold paint there.
Follow if you dare.
Splash of gold paint is clearly deliberate. Huh? Where's my purse? I've been robbed in broad daylight. Seems to be the problem, madam. You got people being fleeced right under your noses. That's what's the problem is. Wait a minute. We got ourselves some competition. My sister Charisma will want to know about them. Thieves in the city.
Come on. I'm telling you that button is completely crooked. Hey, how's it going?
A man dressed up as you nods a greeting.
Oh, look at those costumes. They are magnificent. The attention to detail is perfect. They look so real.
You are insufferable.
Woman in an ember costume rolls her eyes.
I wonder what they're arguing about.
Rushlight whispers in your ear. Why don't you ask them?
Really? All right, I will. Sorry to interrupt, but what are you two arguing about?
The importance of taking these costumes seriously. We're dressed up as important people. They're out there saving the world while my friend here can't sew a button on straight.
Man points at a button on his companion's costume.
My costume is meant to look ragged and tattered, including the buttons.
The button looks fine to me. I don't see anything wrong with it. What do you think?
Rushlight tilts her head in interest as she studies the button. Do not notice anything unusual about the button. It looks like a normal button to me.
Thank you. Happy now? There's nothing wrong with my button. It's your eyes that need to be checked.
The woman looks at her companion.
Really?
Rushlight glances at the man's eyes in concern.
You really should take my advice on this.
The man shakes his head.
Fine. Who needs buttons on a costume like this anyway?
Woman rips off the button.
Also, your collar.
You little...
Hey, hello. I saw you watching us. Do you want to be friends? What a cute little girl. I think she was watching us for quite a while.
I think she's just a curious kid.
I wonder what that little girl wanted. I hope we see her again.
I'm off.
Hammer Fists. These gloves grant its wearer a +4 enhancement bonus to strength ability score and a +2 morale bonus to armor class.
I do what I must.
The city guard and the soldiers of the Eagle Watch are loitering about aimlessly. I am ashamed to witness such gross incompetence. Yours as a captain, first and foremost.
Again, my lord, the Eagle Watch has prepared carefully for today. If the behavior of my soldiers appears frivolous, I can assure you that it is only a facade. It is our job to keep the people of this city safe, and we take our duty seriously.
Captain sighs, but answers patiently.
Commander, you are just in time.
Reginald acknowledges your arrival, though his cold gaze does not leave the captain.
Commander, Captain Gong Tuk of the Eagle Watch, at your service.
The captain stands to attention and salutes you. What is going on here?
I was informing the captain that he has been negligent in his duties. Based on my observations, the city guard is not adequately prepared for the possibility of an enemy attack, and neither is the Eagle Watch.
That is not true. I can speak only for the Watch, but I assure you, we have taken every precaution to ensure the city's safety.
The city guard and soldiers of the Eagle Watch have been stationed throughout the city at random. The patrols move through the streets with no discernible purpose. The chasm in the square has been hastily cobbled over with planks. The area near the stage is unprotected and vulnerable to attack. I could go on.
Is this really important right now, Regil?
Undoubtedly.
Regel's left eyebrow twitches slightly, but his face quickly returns to its usual impassive expression. The people are having fun. There are plenty of guards in the city. Isn't that enough?
No, it is not enough. I'm surprised you need the reminder. This kind of attitude is precisely the reason why the city was attacked last time.
We learned our lesson from the demonic invasion. This is why we offered to help the city guard ensure the safety of the townsfolk. We have developed a number of discreet but effective strategies for security.
You will have to be more specific, Captain. I want an explanation, not excuses.
Would you like to explain yourself, Captain?
I very much would, Commander. Thank you. During the preparations for the festival, it was decided the Eagle Watch would be put in charge of security. We planned for every possible scenario. The guards went into great detail about the problems they faced during the demon attack, and we have worked hard to address those issues. The placement of our soldiers throughout the city is intentional. Their positioning is all part of a larger strategy. I could go on at length about the preparations we've made for the festival and how our approach differs from that of the city guard. I could even give you a tour, but why don't you inspect our sentry posts and talk to the soldiers yourself? I am certain they will allay your concerns. They can show you everything we've done to make sure the city is safe and secure during today's festivities.
The captain sweeps his gaze over the surrounding area before he continues.
Here, take this chevron. Fasten it to your armor, and my soldiers will know I've sent you.
Captain hands Regil a small piece of cloth bearing the insignia of the Eagle Watch. What do you say, Regil?
A tempting proposition. I will accept your offer. Are you with me, Commander?
Regil does not answer right away, but stares at the captain for a long, excruciating moment. This sounds like an excellent idea to me.
In that case, I will not detain you any longer.
Commander, I would like to inspect the chasm first, followed by the gate and then the stage. We should get started.
Regil nods. They manage to cover the damage done by Discari's scythe, but the fissure is still there. We should take a closer look. I'm sorry, but I can't open the gate. A crowd that size would trample us, and the rest of the festival too. You have to wait until evening. You can hear the enthusiastic shouts of the crowd outside. It'd be unwise to open the gates at this time.
I'm gone.
You dress up as the commander. You look nothing like him. Talking to Immortals is so exciting.
We do it my way.
The giant fissure that once divided the market square has been covered with wooden boards. Each plank has been nailed tightly into place, and the sound of your footsteps echoes loudly as you move across them.
Corporal Sweeps, at your service.
The soldier straightens when he notices Reginald's chevron and throws you a quick salute. The rough scar near his nose cuts a jagged line across his face.
Corporal, we are here to conduct an inspection. Shall we proceed, Commander?
Reginald surveys the long wooden structure. Inspect the wooden platform. You notice a few gaps between some of the boards, but the structure itself looks sturdy and well built. As you peer through the planks, you can see movement and the flicker of torches deep below. Address the corporal. Hey, that's what rank I was. Are you sure this platform is safe?
Absolutely, Commander. It's strong and sturdy. And we have our soldiers posted in multiple places nearby to keep watch.
Has anything caught your attention yet, Reginald?
Perhaps. The platform itself is sturdy enough for its purpose, but the quality of its construction is not the issue here. The real threat comes from below. What is that I can see down in the chasm, Corporal?
Reginald tests one of the planks with the heel of his boot. He studies the wooden structure intently.
An eagle watch post. We anticipated that an enemy might try to enter Canabres using the lower caves, so we set up an entire network of outposts beneath the city. If there's trouble down there, Iomade forbid, we'll be the first to know.
You think someone could actually launch an attack on the city from the caves?
You bet. These caves extend far beyond Canabres. Anyone could use them to sneak into the city. Right now, it's the easiest way to get past the walls.
You can't possibly keep watch over the entire cave system. You don't have enough soldiers.
You're right, Commander. We always need more soldiers. But the city guard helped our scouts explore and clear out the caves directly beneath this square and the adjacent streets. We collapsed all the other passageways. The guards thought it unnecessary, but the Watch Command decided it was better to be safe than sorry.
Said you'll be the first to know if there's trouble. How can you be so certain?
Some smart folks around here came up with this, sound warning system. I don't know how it works, but if even one person sounds the alarm in the caves, all the Eagle Watch posts, both above and below ground, will know that something's wrong.
The corporal smiles happily and points to a small bell attached to a nearby post. The long cord extends from the bell to the ground. Reginald, do you have any questions for the corporal?
How is information shared during the festival between the posts on the surface and those below ground?
The post on the surface uses a hinged hatch to check in with the post below every 15 minutes. We use gestures to communicate.
How do you ensure that no one gets through the underground passageways between the lookout posts?
We built a few stone and wooden barricades between each post. It's nearly impossible to get past them without being noticed.
What would happen if an enemy overwhelmed your underground forces before they could sound an alarm?
Well, the enemy would have to figure out a way to reach the surface. The soldiers underground don't have ladders. We lower them up and down with ropes.
At ease, Corporal. I have no more questions.
Reginald's rigid posture relaxes ever so slightly, but his face remains stern. What's next?
We are finished here.
Last time the demons attacked, they had no trouble entering the city. They may have teleported into Canabres, but the gate fell just as quickly as the city itself.
Follow if you dare.
Those are good costumes. Wait, those aren't costumes. They're real. Yeah, begging your pardon. Didn't expect a visit from such distinguished guests. Sergeant Bushy Wolf, at your service.
Bushy Wolf. The middle-aged dwarf stands at attention as he notices Reginald's chevron. He gives you both a quick salute.
Sergeant Wolf, we would like to know more about the security protocols here at the gate.
Oh, I'm happy to answer questions about that. Yeah, my subordinates have everything running like clockwork. What would you like to know?
Inspect the gate and the surrounding walls. The heavy wooden gate looks brand new, and has been reinforced with metal plates. You notice a strange apparatus attached to each hinge. It appears that the gate is controlled by some internal mechanism within the walls. This gate looks different. Has it been replaced since the attack on Conversing?
Yes and no, Commander. This is the same gate and walls as before, but we completely dismantled and rebuilt them in the aftermath of the attack. You can barely recognize them now. Even Neurosian doesn't have gates this strong.
What kind of mechanism controls the gate?
Oh, you noticed? This is a gift from the capital. They sent us a massive pile of coils, levers, chains, and bobbins to build all these fancy mechanisms. We can open and close the gate 3 times faster than before.
Do you feel prepared, Sergeant?
Hope for the best and prepare for the worst. That's my motto. Just because we want things to go well doesn't mean they will. That's why the soldiers are here to keep watch. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
Aside from everybody dressing up as you, Commander. Of course, most of them don't resemble you at all, but some of them look just like you. It's uncanny. A few people dressed as your companions did try to sneak weapons into the square, but my soldiers quickly disarmed them. Granted, this was after they nearly let the scoundrels through. I have to keep a sharp eye on them, or they get lazy in their duties.
Regil, do you have any questions?
I want to hear from the soldier first. Sergeant, I would like a full account of the security arrangements at your post.
Yes, sir. As part of our efforts to keep the city secure, we have made several improvements to the gate in the market square. As per this morning's inspection, all mechanisms are in working order.
The sergeant clears his throat and rattles off a quick report.
Observation posts have been placed along the walls to provide an unrestricted view of the city in the market square. At the first sign of danger, these observation posts will signal for the gate to be shut. They have been equipped with torches and alchemist smoke for this purpose.
At ease, Wolf.
Regil's face remains impassive. He nods curtly. Are you sure you don't want to ask anything else, Regil?
Yes. I have already come to a conclusion.
Shall we move on?
Yes, I have seen enough.
The stage. From here you can see the entire square.
I'm off.
The stage is currently empty, and no one gives it a second glance as they walk past. Everything seems completely normal. A halfling stands on a crate nearby, watchful and ready.
Greetings. Lieutenant Leva Eicheltain of the Eagle Watch, at your service. An inspection, I presume.
The halfling stands to attention on the crate, her hands clasped behind her back. Her gaze sweeps over the surrounding area, lingering on you for only a moment.
You presume correctly, Lieutenant. We have questions for you.
Regil's voice is as hard as steel.
I'll answer your questions, but I'd like to remain at my post if you don't mind.
Lieutenant nods at the crate beneath her feet. Inspect the stage and its surroundings. The platform of the stage offers a view of the entire area, including the few groups of Eagle Watch soldiers scattered throughout the square. From this perspective, you can see that their placement is not as random as it first seemed. They've been stationed in these positions for a reason. Are you in charge of stage security?
Stage square and the adjacent streets. All of the watch soldiers here are under my command and supervision.
Regil, you had questions for the lieutenant.
Some of the guards are lingering idly by the market stalls. Soldiers are scattered haphazardly throughout the square. Their posts seem to have been assigned arbitrarily. Explain this, Lieutenant.
The city guards are not under my authority. While they may shirk their duties, my watch soldiers do not. You may believe them to be idle, but if you observe the surrounding area from here, I think you will come to a different conclusion. Each group of soldiers is stationed within view of at least 2 others. Patrol routes are concentrated in areas where there is a high likelihood of criminal activity.
I do detect a certain logic.
Regil looks around carefully. His gaze lingers on the position of each post, so he finally gives a curt nod. Do you disagree with the placement of these lookout posts?
I would not say that. The strategy is questionable, but the reasoning is sound. From the position, The lieutenant will be able to quickly identify a threat if it is signaled from one of the surrounding posts. However, this brings me to another question. You do not have enough soldiers here. Are you sure you will be able to defend this city?
We do not want a heavy security presence to dampen today's festivities. However, we have soldiers posted everywhere, even if you can't see them. They're inside houses and towers, even the chapel and the temple. They are keeping a careful watch on everything that is happening in the vicinity.
There's trouble at the gate or in the caves beneath the city. How quickly can you respond?
Quick enough. The soldiers under my command know what all the signals mean. The bells, the colored smoke, and the rest of the alarms, and will not hesitate to spring into action.
Lieutenant, what will you do if there is a threat? You are standing alone on a crate in the middle of the square.
I have these. Signal flares. A little help from the alchemists. I can shake one and toss it up, and everyone will know there's trouble.
She places her hand on a group of small, colorful vials on her belt.
That will suffice. Carry on, Lieutenant. Commander, a word.
Reginald nods thoughtfully and turns away.
I am rarely wrong in my initial judgments, Commander. But today is one such occasion. I must admit, the Eagle Watch have taken measures to improve the city's defenses after the demon attack on Conversing.
Are you saying the city is well protected?
No. The Eagle Watch have learned from the mistakes of the city guard. However, their forces alone are not enough. There are still gaps in their strategy that need to be addressed. Still, their overall approach is sound.
What are you going to do next?
While the city's defenses seem to be in good order, my instincts tell me that something's wrong. Call it a hunch.
Well, if nothing was wrong, there wouldn't be an expansion.
And to forestall your next question, no. Your presence is no longer required. I will take things from here.
In that case, I'll take my leave. Let's reconvene later.
Commander.
A curious scene unfolds before you. An impersonator, a spitting image of you, is just finishing up a colorful demonstration of magic tricks that vaguely resemble your mythic abilities. The performance seems to be delighting the audience, and has gathered quite a crowd.
People of Conversing, I, the Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade, have come. Our battle against the greatest enemy the world has ever seen is finally nearing its end. Today, you, each of you, can help us win!
Your impersonator indicates an open chest in front of him with a sweeping gesture. The townspeople, inspired by the commander's personal presence at their festival, eagerly throw coins into the chest's yawning mouth. Examine the double. Every part of the imposter matches you perfectly. His face, his clothes, even his movements. For a moment, it seems that he's breathing the powers of heaven itself, but the feeling subsides quickly. Whatever magic your copycat is using, it is remarkably powerful. Who are you?
Didn't you hear? I am the one whom you so carefully imitate. I am your idol and the savior of Golarion, the Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade himself!
The imposter carefully examines you from head to toe. What magic did you just use?
These powers were granted to me by fate itself, and only I possess them. My might is beyond the comprehension of ordinary people.
Why would the Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade need to be begging for coins from his own citizens? Whispers of doubt ripple through the crowd.
As the leader of the Crusade, it would be foolish of me not to attend a celebration held in my honor. It would be even more foolish not to speak to my followers and give them the opportunity to show their full support for my victory in this endless war.
Cheers of approval and the clinking of thrown coins drown out the questions of those few who doubt the authenticity of the commander standing before them. You look nothing like the real commander.
These good folk would disagree with you there.
He imitated gestures of the crowd gathered around.
Perhaps you know who the real commander is.
There's mockery in your copycat's voice. I'm the real commander, and I will not tolerate imposters. Cosplayers are fine, but he's stealing money from the citizens. It seems this is exactly what the pretender expected. With a barely perceptible nod, he deftly grabs a chest of coins and melts into the crowd, vanishing from sight. A whisper of amazement ripples through the excited onlookers. Many curious gazes are turned on you. Everyone wants to see the real commander.
Would you look at that? Robbing honest people in plain sight without even flinching. That's not something everyone can do.
Coughing, the elderly tiefling beggar next to you nods at the stage where your imposter had just been standing. Look closely at the beggar. The beggar is a tiefling, dressed in dirty rags. Thin, greasy strands of hair fall over his wrinkled face. He holds a whole riddled mug in his shaking fingers. There's half a copper coin at the bottom of it, same as the one sent to you with your invitation to the festival. He tarnished my name.
Do you think anyone noticed? The crowd will only remember how the commander appeared before the residents of Canabris and drove a pathetic liar off the stage.
Give the beggar a gold coin. Here.
Thank you. I don't think I could buy much with my single coin.
The beggar holds out his mug.
Greetings, Commander.
The tiefling's raspy voice becomes quiet and soft, and something in his posture, his facial expressions, and his gaze changes subtly. You're no longer looking at a feeble old man, but a seasoned warrior. Are you the head of the Canabris chapter of the Eagle Watch?
Call me Rovus.
The tiefling closes his eyes and gives you a slight nod. Why are you dressed like that?
Watching the crowd is more convenient this way. There is no better disguise than a beggar's rags. You're not just invisible. People voluntarily avert their gaze from you.
How did you recognize me?
You made quite a show of yourself there. It was hard not to notice you.
What made you decide to talk to me now?
The performance alarmed me. Someone impersonating you and profiting off a gullible audience is not surprising in itself. But there was more to it in this case.
What do you mean?
I found it suspicious how similar he was to you. Also, that magic trick. The usual charlatans couldn't pull that off. It's not that easy to fake the commander's powers.
You have any idea who it might be?
Not yet, but I'll know for sure soon. My people are already on the case. If something turns up, I will inform you immediately.
Did you find anything else suspicious?
I have not seen anything more suspicious than that performance today. But then, the day has only just begun.
Do you think I should be afraid of this imposter?
If he's acting alone, then no. You will most likely not see him again. But if someone else is working with the imposter, let's just say it's too early to raise the alarm. But I do recommend staying vigilant.
I want to ask you something.
And you can do just that later. A long conversation between someone like you and a dirty beggar will attract unwanted attention. I'm just here to warn you about a possible threat.
Thank you for letting me know. I'll be careful.
I should get some food while there's still something left to eat.
The tiefling nods slightly and immediately breaks into a coughing fit.
You are the commander.
An elf-like young man with blue-black eyes and skin looks at you, his gaze unblinking. His image is shrouded in a murky haze. Yes, I am the commander. Who are you?
My name is Dreamer. I am the steward of the Echo of Fury Arena, which holds the power of the mightiest creatures to ever exist. I am here to offer you entertainment unlike any you will find at this insipid celebration. My master invites you to his arena. You will not tolerate refusal.
The creature's hand obscures your view. Everything around you is enveloped by a thick haze. Alright, that's my cue to call it here for now. Next time we will participate in the arena. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.